Hey, welcome back to another episode of Trading Levels with Alighten. I wanted to jump on and talk about a couple things that I'm working on with this strategy with the Alighten Mirror indicator. Um, what I am doing now, as you can see, I've traded out my 1 minute bars for ninZaRenko 16 by 8 bars, and what I'm going for is really focusing on using the ninZaRenko to identify crosses of the volume profile levels. So here's the daily POC, and then retests of those levels. So you see we cross down below, and then we get this perfect wick of the daily POC there. And we see this quite a bit. If we come back over here, you can see I took this trade earlier. We had this this 60-minute value area high tested, came back up, re-entered. So I think I got to break even there, and then took this one on this other account. Now I'm trading this third challenge account. And let's see. So we had this great retest where we come cross above the value area high, come back and retest it. This happens quite a bit. Um, if we don't get a retest of the level per se, we get the signals, and then we get the retest of the signal. That's also a great trade. So just kind of changing things up a little bit and trying some different bar types. Oops, we should have taken that. Probably should have taken this pullback to the level. That's okay. Let's see what happens here. Looks like the bias is still long, but we are headed down to the VWAP. Here we had the classic small time frame going through larger time frame. So I do like that still. And we had the wick of that level. So I might enter right there. So yeah, so trying some different things out here. Really liking the ninZaRenko. Someone modified my footprint indicator to create this other indicator here that has some interesting signals with divergence and has some other signals. So it has both the individual 1 minute bar POC, volume POC, as well as a delta POC. It also has delta reversal break. So if there's a delta on the previous candle, and then the following candle breaks that level where the breaks that delta, or sorry, that divergence level. I think that's what that one is. Oh no, this is and then we have this delta reversal change direction. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what all the different signals are, um, but there's some interesting signals there. I think the folks that created it are using it on smaller time frame, or sorry, a larger time frame. It's like a 160/40, I think, is the ninZaRenko bars that they're using it on. But seeing them use it on that bar gave me the idea to try out ninZaRenko on with the mirror indicator, and I'm really digging it. I think it really highlights the wicks of the level, and it gives you allows you to see the lower highs and higher lows, so you can kind of tell direction, generally speaking. So you can really see lower highs coming in here. You can tell this direction is going down. So what I'm looking for are trades like this, where the price crosses over the level and then it re-wicks the level. We had one here, but again, you can see from the ninZaRenko that this is heading south. So we just had a low time frame crossing a higher time frame. I'm going to see how this plays out with I've got the VWAP and 4-hour value area high there. You can also come in here and turn on developing so we can see. So this is where the current bars, the current 4-hour bars, value area low is looking to, it would be right now if the bar closed. Be right here. So this is interesting. This I think might count. So I might take this short if this crosses back below there, if this closes below there. I took a pretty silly trade there. Let's give this a try. I'm gonna take this, put my stop down here, put this right above the level, and this gives me a really nice tight uh, stop loss and gives me the opportunity to get that 4-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So really digging that. The retest. Let's see. So we do have signals going in the opposite direction here, but I'm playing off this cross below the 4-hour value area high and then the retest of that value area high. Would like to see this be more of an actual wick of the level rather than the full-blown crossing over, but let's see how this plays out. I think I also mentioned this before, the 4 hours are more like zones than exact levels. So I feel a little more confident. I'm not thrilled about that 15-minute, but yeah, this could be a bad trade. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what we get. Uh-oh. So now we've got a higher low, which isn't great. But let's give it one more try and see if this is the real move. The VWAP is below us, so got that kind of going in my favor. However, the bias is long, so but we'll see. Let's see what happens here. Let me go to break even here. See if I get to 40, I'll break even. 42. We'll go to break even. All right, we're going to be patient and see if we can hold it all the way down to the bottom. Oh, we got a reverse signal in the other direction. Don't like that. Should have closed out at the signal. Let's let it ride. We'll see what happens here. I put my stop back above the highest point there. We'll just get out. All right. Well, got us back to green. Yeah, I should have got out immediately. Should have had my finger over the trigger to close that trade out at the this. What I should not have done is taken this trade when the market was clearly going down. But this is kind of what I'm looking for. It's this crossover and then the wick, but just be cognizant of, the overall direction. I think that's still important. And obviously we're on a big red 1 hour bar. It's pretty obvious. So yeah. Oh, if I would have left that, if I wouldn't have gotten so tight with my stop loss, there's a lesson learned there. So yeah, so that's basically the new strategy that I'm looking at is using the ninZaRenko bars, waiting for the cross of the level and then the wick of the level, like you see here. Gonna see it. This is an interesting one here. Here, and then we get this wick of the level here. So we cross up here, do a little movement there, and then wick that level and come back up. It's happened a ton last night. I was able to see if I can find those trades. Yeah, so we just had a lot of nice wicks of the level. And a nice wick here. Nice wicks here. So it just kept happening. It was a pretty easy evening if you just traded um, these wicks of the levels using the ninZaRenko 16.8. So yeah, give it a try. Tell me what you think. As always, leave a comment if you want to see something different. Hit a like if you like the content that I'm covering. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.